Yo, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Jonathan Cagle.
My name's Kai Wise.
The whole point of this is I want to build bridges with people.
Conversation and the time, you know, to have compassion for the fellow human, no matter what color they are, you know, anybody can overcome anything.
If you really get to know people, how can you hate them?
In this video, we're going to talk about how culture has positively affected us.
I want to talk about, as a white guy for a second, like how black culture has affected me in like a really positive way. So I'm a music guy, right? I grew up doing music in church for a long time. Now I grew up in like a mainly white church for the most part. And then long story short, my uncle kind of took over and it became a very diverse church, very fast too. I remember the first gospel song that I heard and I was immediately hooked because I play piano. I played block chords, simple stuff, and Marvin Sapp's Never Would Have Made It. I was like, ah! Yeah. And so that was, honestly, I sat down and learned to play this and I went with it and it expanded from there. Black music, right, in the gospel world has influenced my ability to play piano because almost every time I think of like how I would want to turn a song into, I think of those old church soul roots and I go back to that, which influenced me to learn jazz. Jazz wouldn't be what it is today without the black community, without black culture literally getting their hands on it and making it their own. But it's influenced me in such a way. We talk about the sport bike community. Another thing is, the first people I met that brought me onto a ride were these three black guys, Mark, Jamal, and Creamer, who invited me and said, hey man, you can come. First people I ever rode with. It was awesome. And they've affected me and shaped me. What about you?
My dad was white. My grandmother, which was his mom, was white. I did not grow up with my mother around who was black. She was absent. My dad, you know, and my grandmother raised us, you know, to the best of their abilities. And one thing that I can say positively that white culture has affected me is my dad, regardless of color, you know, he showed me that, for one, everybody can love everybody. My mom was black. They loved each other enough to have kids and get married. And that showed me that, you know, not every white person that you see out here is out to get you or is racist or, you know, has some type of vendetta against you. And it very well shows that, you know, this world can be healed in all aspects. One thing that I also am pretty big in is music. Growing up, I didn't even really know anything other than rap, you know, because believe it or not, my dad listened to rap more than he listened to rock.
Did he really? Okay.
Yeah, so
what did he listen to?
My dad was real old school, man. I mean, he showed me like the Fat Boys, like you can eat, that was like you know, stuff like that, man. Ice Cube, NWA, like that's what my dad listened to. Yeah, right. So, but when you know I got out into the world, you know, after I graduated and I started meeting new, you know, other people, metal became a very big thing in my life, and there's bands out there that are metal or metalcore bands that have black lead singers. Seven Dust, Killswitch Engage, before you know Jesse came on, it was Howard. Okay. And you know that right there influenced me a lot because it showed me that you don't have to stay inside this box. 8 out of 10 you know black people listen to Roddy Ricch or Young Dolph doesn't mean you have to. Right. Yeah. You know, and it motivated me to become different, and I think that really shaped me, you know, to become the person I am.
Let's say you're in the car, right? You had somebody in your car that was like a black friend, obviously.
Yeah, and it happens all the time. Like, yo, what are we listening to, bro? Like, dude, open your horizons, man. I listen to bluegrass sometimes, man.
No, but what's funny is you don't really hear the other side of that. Yeah. It's always, like, I shouldn't say it's always, but you know, it is a lot of times the things you do see is the white person listening to black culture, like real talk, like white black culture, but you don't realize that if there is the other side of that there are black people on the other side listening to what would be
Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in with us today. Give us a like, share, and please comment your views and what you feel. And don't be afraid to disagree with us. We're all about, you know, just because you don't think like us doesn't mean that we don't like you. So comment below, share the video, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.